Hello and welcome back. We are doing the blue science build. Last time we put together what we think is our refinery. So this makes exactly what is needed. Well, it makes slightly more than exactly what is needed for blue science. It's self-contained, doesn't back up, all round good egg. Right, the next build I would like to do is engines, because I think that's fairly straightforward. So we have 20 engine machines. And what we need to do is find a way to set that up which sits nicely within a segment of one of these squares. In fact, let's get out of the way. Here's a segment that we can build within. Okay, and then the other issue is this needs smelting, a not insignificant amount of smelting. Okay, and we need to decide on important things like how belts and things are going to be laid out. Okay, so there's basically three options. We can either bring in items on the outside and have them both output to the middle, or we can bring items on the inside, have them put to the out, or we can attempt to find some solution where all the items are on the inside. And I think what I'd like to do, because I like the aesthetics of things being in water, is find a way to build it where everything is on the inside. It's also slightly more compact. We're probably going to need underground belts. Okay, so let's see if we can set this up. So let's imagine the middle belt is the output belt. So we're going to output to the middle. Then we need to be able to take from the far belt and take from the near belt. Okay, so that means we need to be able to get to the near belt. Okay, so I think if we move this up one, then we can do 2 takes from the near belt. Here's a take from the far belt. And then here's a put to the middle belt. Alright, so if we do that, we can take from the far belt, put to the near belt, and mid belt, and take from the near belt. Alright. And they're both putting out to the same place. Yep. So just to be absolutely clear, these are the only segments of belt we actually need. Right, then if I pick up one of these power poles, one of these powers the whole unit. Okay. So let's copy this. Does it tile? It does, and it totally hits my looking to see all the water through the gaps aesthetic. Okay, so for this to work, we need... Right, so this particular segment isn't needed, is it? This is out... Oh, right, I've put this in the wrong place. Okay. So this is outputting to there. Okay, let's check. So this is wrong all the way through. Yeah. Let's take that whole midline out. Is that okay now? So this is putting out to that underground. This is putting out to that underground. Right, let's get rid of the flashing. There we go. That's quite a pleasing design. And then do we have any extraneous bits of belt here? This is our output belt. Yep, these all continue to where they're needed. Brilliant. So the next thing is we need gear and pipes. And we need basically to fill up one belt with 2 machines worth of pipes and 1 machine's worth of gears. The obvious solution for that is this. Basically that. Right, the whole thing can be powered up that side. And then I don't know which way the... Okay, so if we pick that up, this could fit somewhere like that. Now, the issue with that is that we still need to bring steel in for the other side. Now, how are we doing for length? Not too bad. So let's imagine that went there for now. Okay, so then we would need to bring steel in from somewhere for that one. Alternatively, we could reverse this belt and bring steel in from the other end. That would work as well. Because these, yeah, the pipes and gears are on one belt. Sorry, pipes and gears are on one belt, steel is on the other. Okay, so let's leave that for now. But this can all go up one more tile if we have a different solution for steel. Let's pick that up. Okay, now this needs smelting. What I'm wondering is if we had this basically like that and the smelting directly below it, would it fit? So the thing is now we need to mock up this smelt. So this is exactly the smelting which is needed for this build. I'm going to just double check it is exactly what's needed. Okay, one last time before we actually build it. Okay, So it is. We're missing 11 iron machines, but that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Yeah. So that's what a stack of 10 looks like. We've got to have room for a train station. Okay. This is 12. Right. So this could be a split line of steel and iron. That's one option. I'm just going to double check this is what's... Yeah, that's all good there. So... Or... Oh, I like this. Alright, so what if we put the iron ore in the middle? Yeah. Then we have an output here for plate. We'll figure out arms in a minute. Okay. Get the right number down. That's the beginning. Okay. Okay, copy those, paste those. Right, what if we also okay, so that's 10 of those. Okay, then we grab that, put that down there, 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 there. Okay, what if that's our smelter? How does that play out? So that would give us an iron line and a steel line. Okay, it's not small. And it's actually backwards from how we've built our engines. So if we put this, then this above it to feed on through, that's probably how I want to do things. All right, we are now at the point where we've run out of room in this box. So let's head over down to here. We'll make the build and then we'll move it later. Okay, so if this was there, for example. All right. Then Let's make that. Make this the gears. Alright, so then instead of going in there, we do that. No need for this wraparound. Let's take the whole of that. Okay. So it would go somewhere here. And where is the center of this? Well, about there, I think. All right. Great. So that is the engine build with smelters. The other way to do it is to place them side by side, which will be relatively easy for us to work out. So I'd have the ore come in, then instead of taking the ore out the top, I'd take the ore underneath, down underneath, and then it would go back up through this. So that would work as well. All right. But that's basically it. So we've got 2 of the builds done. Okay. So the 3rd build we have is the red circuits. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red circuit machines. And we have 20 smelters. Obviously 8 doesn't go into 20 nicely. 4 into 10. Yeah. And also 4 doesn't divide nicely into how the build is laid out. So I think what we need to do is, first of all, set up a smelter that is this size. And we'll start off here. Okay. What I would like to do is use a central belt. Do we have one like this already? Let's have a look. Military. Yeah. So I want basically one of these. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Okay. And is this how I want it? It's taking in high. That looks very wrong. Right, let's have a look back at our military build to check we haven't done that very wrong. Ah, because that half is steel. Okay, that explains it. So, we're going to redo this. The basic idea is good. Alright, but we're going to take all the arms out, reposition them. Okay. So. I think that looks right. Then one power pole. Okay. Then that there. Okay, let's do the same for there. And the same for there. But without the power pole. Yeah, and then everything's powered. Good. All right, down at the bottom. And up at the top. All right. So that's our copper stack. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 iron. Okay. And this can be, I think, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. So I have the option of making it half as long. The benefit of doing it like this is we can place it up hard against, well, like that, I think. All right, so doing it this way gives us a nice compact smelting block. We would have iron and copper. All right, so then this much copper coil, I'm pretty sure, is more than one belt. Let's just count it. Transport belts. 1.6. Okay, that's no good. And if we just count these, well, we're going to direct insert those. But these are less than, oh, they're more than half a belt. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze, I think. Excuse me. Alright, let's start off with this, because this is a fairly standard build. Right, and we're taking off 2 of these. I can move that up 1 square. So this requires copper. I just want to double check that we've... Yeah, 0.8 of a transport belt of copper, that's fine. Yeah. I was a bit worried about counting for a while. Right, so that would go on up. Then we would have 3 more copper coil machines. Then we have an iron input here. Right, what I want to do is compare this width, made to measure. So let's take this. That could go there. Okay, and you get a feel for the size of it now. Alright, so normally what would happen is you would pull in iron. Something like that. Okay. So then the green circuits would normally then go out here. I'm wondering where else they could go. Bearing in mind that we want to end up with... Oh, hang on. These put out 0.6 of a belt. Or coil. Okay, so these have to go out... both lanes. Like that. In fact, I'm even going to use a filter on coil. Okay, so that guarantees they're going out. And we need 2 output arms for each one. We may not, depends on bonuses, but I think we do. All right, so that's our coils. This is our green circuits, and the only other input we need for this is plastic. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I think we are out of time. The only other alternative build for this would be to wrap this around and down, and for these smelters to sit to the other side and to sandwich this build between smelters. Now that's valid, but I don't think the maths works out for making sure enough smelters have put things on the belt in time for the coil machines. So, I'm going to stop there, and next time we will carry on with this build. So it is the red circuits themselves next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.